Nice to see you. Viet Tien, chào con.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Viet Tien?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Have you had a good week?
Pretty nice.
Okay, I'm glad to hear it. Ming Ang, xin chào.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Ming Ang?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good. I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Okay, thank you for turning your camera on. Huang,
Yes.
xin chào Huang. How are you?
Hi, teacher. How are you? I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Okay, can you turn your camera on, please, Huang? And Mrs. Ha, chào em.
Yes, hello, teacher.
Okay, so you are home now?
Yes, of course, I'm teaching.
All right, you already started to teach. Yes. So
Okay.
how was your mum when you left her?
Yes, she's okay, normal now.
Oh, good. Oh, that's great. Okay, glad you didn't have to waste too much time there.
Thank you.
All
Yes,
right, thank you, Mrs. Hart.
yes, thank you.
Okay, so I'll just wait another minute or so before we start. See if anyone else is going to join us. Ding Lam, Xin Chao.
Hi, teacher.
How are you, Ding Lam?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. All right, nice to see everyone again. I'm looking unhung. I'm looking at the chair you are sitting on. It looks like a um, very interesting carving. Your chair.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Is it an old chair or not?
It's older than me.
Older than you. Okay. Is it very old or not that old?
It's like from the 2000.
All right. Okay. So it's about 24 years old. Right. Oh, it looks very interesting, Anhong. Okay, everyone. Well, welcome to class for today. Great to see you all. I hope you've all had a good week. I hope you are staying warm. Hope it's not too cold in Vietnam today. So we're going to be starting off with a short test, this one about verbs. Then we'll be looking at speaking. We'll be looking at words to do with how to describe your hobbies or things you do in your spare time. We'll be looking at that. And if we still have time, I want to get on to introducing you to writing task 1 in Ielts. I know Viet Tien has seen this before, but maybe some of the rest of you haven't. Before we start, are there any questions? Okay, everyone, let's get started. Okay, so this test is about how to use verbs to describe trends. A trend is a change. A trend is a change in something. Okay, trend just means change. Trends can be good or bad, and trends can go up and down, or they can stay the same. Okay, so here are all the verbs. Okay, so you choose the correct one to go with each sentence. All right, so everyone, please start with number 1, okay, and send me the answer in chat. So you will see there are 10 questions, but there are 14 verbs here. 14. Okay, so some sentences can have more than one of these verbs inserted into the gap. So maybe some of these sentences can have maybe two of these verbs. Two of them would both be correct. So you have to choose the correct verb for each sentence. So when you are ready, please send me in chat the answer to number 1. Okay, thank you, Ming Ang. I can see yours. Thank you, Kwang. Thank you, Ding Lam. Thank you, Viet Tien. And thank you, An Hung. Okay, I will look at each of these as we go. Okay. An Hung, can you read me sentence number 1, please?
The population of the city raised to a high of 2.8 million
Good.
in 2018.
Okay, good. So I'll just show you how you can pronounce this. So you are correct, An Hung. You read this 2.8 million. You are correct. Okay, so anytime, everyone, you see a number like this, okay, you pronounce this, looks like a full stop, you pronounce it as point. Okay, so this is 2.8 million. When you are talking about a number, 2.8, which means, An Hung, what is this number here? Just looking ahead a little bit. How do you pronounce this number?
2.4.
Correct, 2.4. Okay, so anytime you see this full stop in a number, you pronounce it as point, 2.4. And the short way of saying this, An Hung, is 2018. Okay, 2018. You don't need to say 2018. It's too long. English speakers would always say 2018, 2024, next year. What's next year, An Hung? Next year?
20 and 25.
Correct. 2025. Good. Okay, this year 2024, next year 2025. The population of the city, everyone has put, except for has put raised. The correct answer is not raised. It is this one, everyone. An Hung, can you please read me the sentence with the correct answer?
The population of the city rose to a high of 2.8 million in 2018.
Okay, good. So it's rose, okay? Because this is past tense. The past tense of raise or raised is rose. Has to be past tense, okay? Because we are talking about something that happened in 2018, okay? So we have to use past tense. The past tense is rosed. Okay, everyone, number 2. Please look at sentence number 2 and choose the correct verb. And remember, some of these sentences, you can have more than one correct verb. Thank you, Kwang. I have your answer. Thank you, Ming Ang. Thank you, Viet Tien. Thank you, Ding Lam. Huang Hong, welcome to class, Huang Hong. Huang Hong, can you hear me?
I'm here.
Welcome to class, Huang Hong. Do you know what we're doing? Can you see the document?
I see.
Okay, you have to put the correct verb in the sentence, okay? We're looking at number 2. Number 2. Okay, so please use chat to send me your answer to number 2. Chao Gorn, win. Win.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Win?
Con bật to cái mic của con lên con. Bật to mic lên xong rồi nói to lên nhá. Nguyên nhá.
Vâng.
Okay.
Okay, Nguyen, so please send me the answer to sentence number 2. Choose the correct verb, okay, from this list here. Xiaoming.
Hi, teacher.
How are you, Xiaoming?
I'm great, thank you.
Good. Nice to see you joining the class. Okay, Xiaoming, you know what to do? Please choose the correct verb for this sentence.
Okay.
Okay, I will keep going. Viet Tien.
Yes.
Okay, Viet Tien, can you please read sentence number 2, please?
Number 2, from the chart, we can see that expenditure on IT has increased rapidly.
Good. So the correct verb, everyone, is see. From the chart, we can see. Okay? We can see is a collocation, meaning these 3 words often go together. From the chart, we can see. Okay? It is not someone puts illustrates, not illustrates, sorry, Anhung, has to be see. We can illustrates doesn't make sense. Okay, Huang Hong, Nguyen Jia Ming. Okay, we're looking at number 3 now. Sentence number 3, everyone. So we have already used see, okay, and we've already used rose. So you need to choose one of the other verbs for sentence number 3. So rose and see have already been used. Right, thank you, Nguyen. Have your answer. Thank you, Ding Lam. Thank you, Ming Ang. Thank you, Ang Hung. Thank you, Viet Tien. Thank you, Huang Hung. Thank you, Jia Ming. Okay, for this one, Kwang, have you sent me your answer for number 3?
Oh, wait.
Just waiting for you. Thank you, Kwang. Okay. Thank you, Quang. Ding Lam,
I'm here.
can you please read sentence 3?
Okay. The inflation rate has fallen to its lowest point in 10 years.
Okay, good reading. So this word here is pronounced inflation. Can you say that, please, Ding Lam? Inflation.
Inflation.
Inflation. Okay, I'm assuming you all know what inflation means. Okay, inflation means the value that the cost of things goes up every week or month or year. Okay, so the answer here, there are actually two answers. Two answers. One is fallen and the other one is dropped. Okay, dropped, this one here, or fallen. The inflation rate has fallen or dropped. Viet Tien, very good. You got both of them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very good, Viet Tien. You identified both verbs. That's great. Okay, so there are two verbs can go in here. Either dropped or fallen. Dropped or fallen. Okay. So now we've used see, we've used rose, and we've used dropped or fallen. So we are reducing the list. The list is getting smaller. Number 4, please, everyone. Number 4. Thank you, Nguyen. Thank you, Quang. Thank you, Jiaming. Thank you, Ming Ang. Thank you, Huang Hong. Thank you, Viet Tien. Thank you, An Hong. Who haven't I heard from? Ding Lam. Okay, thank you, Ding Lam. Number 4. Okay, Ming Ang.
Yes.
Can you read number 4, please?
The chart shows the amount of water consumed per person in each area.
Okay, so this word here, Ming Ang, this word is pronounced consumed. Can you say that, please? Consumed.
Consumed.
That's good, yeah. Not consumed, okay? It's actually pronounced consumed. Have to make the U sound for this word. Consumed, okay? Consumed just means used, everyone. The amount of water used by each person. So consumed is a more formal word, just means used, okay? Or sometimes it means eaten. But consumed means to use. Okay, so the correct word, everyone, is shows. Okay, this one here, shows with an S. The chart shows, not show. Shows. Okay, and it can be, again, there were two verbs could fit in with this. Illustrates can also be used. So An Hung and Viet Tien, very good. You've correctly chosen the right verbs. So either illustrates is just a more formal word that means shows. Illustrates and shows means the same thing. So illustrates or shows. Okay, number 5. Yeah, it's actually number 5, Nguyen, not 6. So thank you, Nguyen. Thank you, Zha Ming. Thank you, Ming Ang. Thank you, Quang. Thank you, Viet Tien. Thank you, Ding Lam. Thank you, Ang Hung. Okay, just waiting for you, Huang Hung. Okay, Nguyen,
Yes, teacher.
can you read number 5 for me, please?
Diagram 2.4 illustrates the life cycle of a butterfly.
Good. So remember, everyone, this number here is pronounced 2.4. 2.4. And again, the correct words are illustrates or shows. Illustrates or shows. Again, remember, illustrates or shows are synonyms. You can use either. Illustrates is slightly more formal, so it's good for use in an essay. Okay, we're up to number 6. Number 6, everybody. Number 6. See who can get this one correct. Thank you, Quang. Thank you, Ming Ang. Thank you, Nguyen. Thank you, Ding Lam. Thank you, Zha Ming. Thank you, Ang Hung. Thank you, Huang Hung. Okay, Quang. Quang, can you read me number 6, please?
The results of the survey show that most people are dissatisfied with public transport.
Okay, good reading, Quang. Quang, what does dissatisfied mean? Can you give me a synonym, please? Dissatisfied.
Unhappy.
Correct. Very good. Dissatisfied means unhappy. Dissatisfied, unhappy mean the same thing. Very good, Quang. Okay. So the results of the survey show, not shows. Some people put shows. Okay, the results of the survey show. And you know it's show because results has an S on the end. Okay, so this is to do with subject-verb agreement. Okay, if the subject has an S on it, the verb doesn't have an S. So in this sentence, results of the survey. There's one more verb that can go in here, Viet Tien.
Yes.
There's one more verb from this list. that can also fit into number 6. Can you tell me what it is?
Suggest.
Correct. Suggest is the other one. The results of the survey suggest. Okay, suggest can also fit in here. The results of the survey suggest or show that most people are dissatisfied with public transport. Okay, everyone, number 7. Not so many verbs left now. Number 7. Anhung. Anhung.
Yes.
Do you understand what I mean by verb-subject agreement in that last one, in number 6? Okay, so because results is the subject,
Yes.
has an S on the end, then the verb, okay, doesn't have an S on the end. Does that make sense?
Yes, I
That's why
understand.
it's so. If this didn't have an S, okay, then the verb would have an S, okay? So if this
Okay.
said the result of the survey, then this next one would be shows with the S, okay?
Yes.
But because it says results, then show doesn't have an S.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, good. Okay, number 7, everyone. Where are we? Okay. Ding Lam, thank you. Jia Ming, thank you. Guang, thank you. Nguyen, thank you. Ming An, thank you. Viet Tien, thank you. Ang Hung, that's very good. You got all of them, An Hung. That's good. Thank you, Wang Hung. Okay, Ang Hung, can you please read me number 7? Ang Hung.
The percentage of household without phone decreased, fell and dropped from 20 percent to just 4%. 23% to just 4%.
Okay, that's correct. That's better, An Hong. Good. So there were 3 verbs that go in this sentence. Either decreased, fell, or dropped. Okay? Has to be past tense. This is a past tense sentence. Okay, so there are 3 verbs that go in here. Either decreased, or fell, or dropped are the 3. Lowered is not quite correct, Meng Ang. Okay? It's not quite correct. The others are better. So decreased from means it went down. Remember, decreased, fell, and dropped all mean it went down. As you can see, it went down from 23 to 4%. Okay. Number 8, everyone. Number 8. Thank you, Jaming. Thank you, Viet Tien. Thank you, Nguyen. Thank you, Ding Lam. Thank you, Quang. Thank you, Ming Ang. Thank you, Ang Hung. Okay, Jaming. Jaming,
Yes.
can you read me number 8, please?
To address the climate crisis, we all need to reduce the amount of energy we consume.
Good. Okay, so everyone reduce. Reduce is the correct verb. Has to be reduced. To address the climate crisis. This word here, by the way, address, okay, when it's used as a verb, okay, it means the same as to fix or repair. It's a formal way of saying fix. To address a problem means to try and fix the problem. It's just a formal way in English of saying fix. Address, of course, also means where do you live? What is your address? What is the number of your house or apartment? Okay, that is address, the noun. But address, the verb, when it's used as a verb, just means to fix something, fix or repair something. So reduce. Okay, 2 more to go, everyone. Number 9. Thank you, Viet Tien. Thank you, Ming Ang. Thank you, Huang Hong. Thank you, Quang. Thank you, Ding Lam. Okay, number 9, everyone. Thank you, Ang Hung. Okay, so just waiting for Nguyen and Jaming, please. Thank you, Nguyen. Thank you, Xiaoming. Okay, Huang Hong. Huang Hong.
Yes.
Can you read number 9, please?
The amount will increase further, reaching 6 million in 10.
Okay, you pronounce this 2030, okay? Can you say that, please, Huang Hong? 2030.
2030.
That's correct. That's how you read it in English, 2030. Huang Hong, how do you say this number, this date? How do you say that?
2018.
Correct, 2018. So this is how you read dates in English, okay? 2030 is how you read it in English, all right? So the amount will increase further, reaching, okay? Reaching is the only one that will work, not raised or anything else. Reaching is the correct answer. Right, last one, everyone, number 10. Number 10. Thank you, Xiaoming. Thank you, Ang Hung. Thank you, Ming Ang. Very good, Ming Ang. Okay, you are the only one who has got that so far, Ming Ang. Okay, that's good. Thank you, Ding Lam. Thank you, Kwang. Thank you, Huang Hong. Thank you, Nguyen. Thank you, Viet Tien. Okay. Ming Ang. Ming Ang, can you read number 10, please?
The Bank of Vietnam has in interest rates.
What are the correct verbs, Ming Ang?
I think it raised or dropped.
Raised or dropped. And there is one more. Ming Ang, can you guess what it is? Look at the verbs. There's one more. The Bank of Vietnam has raised interest rates, means interest rates go up, or it's dropped interest rates, means interest rates come down. That is also correct. Any idea, Ming Ang?
No.
Okay, Kwang, what is it? Kwang.
I think it is lower.
Lowered, correct. Okay, Ming Ang, lowered and dropped mean the same. Okay, Ming Ang? Okay, so there are 3 verbs that could go in here. Has raised interest rates, dropped interest rates, also lowered interest rates. Okay, so there are 3 that go in there. Okay, that's good, everyone. So, Viet Tien, congratulations. You have 9 out of 10. Okay, you are the winner today. Okay, Viet Thanh is first, then Ang Hung is second. All right, are there any questions about that? Oh, actually, before we finish this, I will get you all, you should all know now the correct answers. So, Ang Hung,
Yes.
Ang Hung, can you read me number 1, please, with the correct verb?
The population of the city rose to a high of 2.8 million in 2018.
Good reading. So rose, everyone. Rose is number 1. The population of the city rose to a high. Viet Thanh.
Yes.
Number 2, please.
From the chart, we can see that expenditure on IT has increased rapidly.
Good. From the chart, we can see. Expenditure, Viet Thanh. What does expenditure mean? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Not sure. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Ang Hung? Expenditure. Do you know what that means? Can you give me a synonym? Okay, expenditure, everyone, just means spending, or the amount of money spent. Expenditure is just a formal word, just means either spending or the amount of money that has been spent. Viet Thanh, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so from the chart, we can see that the amount of money spent on IT has increased rapidly. So expenditure means just using one word to say the amount of money spent on something. Expenditure. Okay. Viet Thanh, what is your expenditure on food each week? What is your expenditure on food each week?
I think it's about 2 million number.
Okay, that's fine. Any number will do, Viet Thanh. That's fine. Okay, Nguyen.
Yes, teacher.
What is your expenditure on food each week? In other words, how much money do you spend on food each week? About, Nguyen.
About, I think it's few 100,000 Việt Nam đồng.
100,000 dong. 100,000 dong. Okay, Minh Ang.
Yes.
What is your expenditure on food each week?
Amount of 15,000 dong.
About 15,000 dong. Okay, good. So everyone, just remember, expenditure just means how much money have you spent, but much easier just to use one word. Okay? So if anyone asks you, what is your expenditure, just means how much money have you spent, expenditure. Okay, number 3. Minh Ang again, number 3. Sentence 3.
The inflation rate has fallen to its lowest point in 10 years.
Good, everyone. So fallen or dropped. Fallen or dropped mean the same thing. Fallen or dropped. Thank you, Minh Ang. Quang?
Yes.
Number 4, please.
The chart shows the amount of water consumed per person in each area.
That's good, Quang. That's correct. The chart shows or illustrates. Okay, shows or illustrates. Could also use this one, by the way, compares. Okay, that means it measures one thing against another. The chart compares the amount of water, shows the amount of water, illustrates. Thank you, Quang. Number 5, Ding Lam.
Yeah. Um, diagram 2.4. Um, the line circle a button bar.
Okay, can you remember the right verb, Ding Lam?
I don't remember.
Okay, it's either show, again, it is shows or illustrates.
Show.
Shows or illustrates, okay? Diagram, this is pronounced diagram. Can you say that, please, Ding Lam? Diagram.
Diagram.
Good. Diagram 2.4 shows or illustrates the lifestyle of a butterfly. Huang Hung,
Yes.
number 6, please. Huang Hung, number 6.
The results of the survey show that more people are dissatisfied with public transport.
Okay, good. And this word here is dissatisfied, Huang Hung, okay?
Dissatisfied.
Good, dissatisfied. What does dissatisfied mean, Huang
I
Hung?
think it boring.
It means unhappy. Unhappy, okay? Just means unhappy, okay? And the opposite of dissatisfied, Huang Hung, do you know what the opposite is? The opposite word?
Unhappy.
The opposite of dissatisfied is
Happy.
Is satisfied
Satisfied.
or happy. Yeah. Satisfied means you are happy. Dissatisfied means unhappy. When?
Yes, teacher.
Number 7.
Yes.
Yes, sentence number 7. When?
The percentage of household without a phone decreased from 23% to just 4%.
Okay, so it has to be actually decreased is correct, but it wasn't one of the verbs in the list. So you can use fell, okay? It fell or dropped. Fell or dropped. Fell or dropped is correct. Okay. Households, by the way, is just a formal way of saying homes. Household just means homes. Just a more formal way of saying it. Household is the same as a home. Okay, number 8. Where did I get up to? Number 8. Jiaming.
Yes.
Number 8, please.
Number 8, it reduce.
Yeah, can you read all the sentence, please?
Yeah. To address the climate crisis, we will need to reduce the amount of energy we consume.
Correct. We need to reduce. And what does address mean, Jiaming, in this sentence? What does it mean?
I think it's to reduce.
Means to fix.
Oh.
Fix or solve. Okay? To fix or repair. So address, when it's used as a verb, means to fix. Okay? Ang Hung.
Yes.
Number 9. An Hung.
The amount will increase further, reaching 6 million in 2030.
Good. Okay, reaching, everyone. Reaching 6 million. Okay, and the last one, Viet Thanh, number 10.
The Bank of Vietnam has raised interest rates.
Or could be lowered, okay, or could be dropped. Okay,
Yes.
all 3 are correct. Raised, lowered, or dropped. Okay, good. So that's given you some practice in using verbs to describe trends. And remember, trends just means changes. Changes in something. Okay. All right. Now we're going on to a little bit of speaking, everyone. Right. Going to share with you now a video that we're going to be watching a little bit of this video, then we're going to be practicing some of the things in the video. So these are words to talk about your free time and hobbies. Hobbies. Hobbies are something that you like to do in your free time or spare time. Spare time, free time mean the same thing. So hobbies are things that you like to do. So we're going to listen to this guy for a little bit. Then we will practice ourselves. An Hung, can you see the video?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Hello, I'm Ollie. Welcome to Oxford Online English. In this lesson, you can learn about how to talk about your free time and hobbies in English. What do you like doing in your free time? Do you have any interesting hobbies? Talking about your free time is a great way to start a conversation in English or to find things in common when you're speaking to somebody. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to speak clearly and naturally about your free time and your hobbies in English. Part 1. Free time and hobbies vocabulary. What words do you know for free time activities in English? Some people prefer things you can do at home, like watching TV, reading, or cooking. Other people like sports, like playing football, playing basketball, playing tennis, going swimming, going jogging, or going climbing. Or maybe doing boxing, doing judo, or doing yoga. Of course, many people prefer more social activities. For example, hanging out with your friends, relaxing with your family, or going shopping. Or maybe you like to do something more creative, like taking photos, painting, or writing stories, or writing a blog. What about you? What kind of free time activities do you prefer? Let's look at how you can talk about free time activities and hobbies which you like. Part 2. What do you like doing? In my free time, I like... What could you say here? In my free time, I like playing basketball. In my free time, I like relaxing with my family. In my free time, I like reading books. Can you see a pattern here? In every sentence, after like, we use a verb plus ing. Can you make a sentence? What do you like doing in your free time?
Okay. All right, everyone. So I'm going to share now the writing that goes with his speaking, and I'm going to get you all to practice this now. So you can see phrases to talk about your free time and hobby. Okay, so as he was talking about, things you can do at home include playing video games, watching movies, reading, or cooking. Things you can do outside, sports, okay, playing football, basketball, tennis. Social activities. Social activities are things you do with other people, such as hanging out with your friends. This phrase here, hanging out, just means meeting your friends. Hanging out. It is an informal way of saying meeting your friends, spending time with your friends. Hanging out. And creative activities. Creative is usually when you make something, like taking photos, painting something, writing a blog. Now, to start a sentence about what you do in your free time, you use these words. In my free time, I like. For example, in my free time, I like playing basketball. In my free time, I like relaxing with my family. In my free time, I like reading books. And you can see in every sentence after the word like, we need to use a verb ending in ing. like playing or relaxing or reading. All the verbs must end in ing. Okay, so I'm going to start with Xiaoming. Xiaoming.
Yes.
Okay, so you need to answer this question using this introduction to your sentence, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, what do you like to do in your free time, Xiaoming?
In my free time, I like to watching movie.
Okay, so I like watching
I like
movies.
watching movie. Yeah.
Okay, don't need to say to. Okay, just the same as this sentence here, Xiaoming.
Yeah.
In my free time, I like playing basketball. So you don't need to say to. Okay, Nguyen,
Yes, teacher.
what do you like to do in your free time?
I like to read book and playing video games.
Okay, so all right, good. So please start your sentence like this. Okay, Nguyen? Can you see, Nguyen? I've highlighted the start to the sentence, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so Nguyen, what do you like to do in your free time?
In my free time, I like reading book and playing video games.
Okay, good. I like watching movies and playing video games. Huang Hong,
Yes.
what do you like to do in your free time?
In my free time, I like play game and reading a book.
Sorry, I like playing,
I like playing video game,
yeah, and
reading book.
reading books. Okay, good. In my free time, I like playing video games and reading books. Huang Hong, can you say this word for me here, please? Say this word.
In my free time, I like
Good. Like.
playing video
Okay.
game and reading book.
Okay, good. So Huang Hong, remember when you must make the consonant sound here to pronounce the word correctly. Okay, so it is like. Like. Can you say like for me, please, Huang Hong?
Like.
Like. Good. Better. Okay, I need to hear the k sound of the K. Otherwise, it sounds like lie, which is not the correct word. I like. Ding Lam,
I'm here.
what do you like to do in your free time, Ding Lam?
In my free time, I like play playing a video game and sleeping and talking with my friends.
Good. I like playing video games and sleeping and talking with my friends. Good. Kwang,
Yes.
your turn, Kwang. In your free time, what do you like to do?
In my free time, I like to playing video game and watching movie.
Okay, so remember, you don't need to say to. Okay? In my free time, I like playing. Okay? Can you say it again, please? Kwang.
In my free
Yeah,
time,
I
I like playing video game.
Yeah, and
in my free time,
yeah,
I like watching movie.
good. I like watching movies. Okay? Remember, have to have an S on the end because movies is plural. Means you like watching more than one movie. If you just say movie, means you only watch one movie all the time. So remember, must use plural, movies. Meng Ang,
Yes.
what do you like to do in your free time?
In my free time, I like reading books and going shopping.
Good. I like reading books and going shopping. Viet Tien,
Yes,
what do you like to do in your free time?
in my free time, I like reading book and listen to music.
And Ang Hong,
Yes.
what do you like to
Uh, I
do
like
in your
playing
free time?
I like in my free time. I like playing basketball. Doing my homework and the homework.
Sorry, I like playing basketball and doing homework and
And homework.
And housework. Okay, that's good, An Hong. Housework. Just remember you have to pronounce the k sound in housework. Can you say that, An Hong? Housework.
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 Housework. Okay,
housework.
Better. Okay, have to say the S sound and the K sound. Housework. Okay, that's good, everyone. And just to check everyone understands these, what are social activities? Jiaming. Jiaming.
Yes.
What are, you can see I've highlighted this phrase.
Yeah.
What are social activities? What are they?
Social activity like hanging out with friends or doing something like playing.
So social activities are things you do with other, what, Jiaming? Other people, correct. Social activities are things you do with other people, not by yourself. Social activities, things you do with other people. And creative activities, Ming Ang.
Yes.
You can see the phrase here, creative activities. What does that mean? What are creative activities? It's when you do what? Beginning with M. It's when you
make.
Correct. Good. It's when you make something. You make something, okay? Like you maybe taking photos means making pictures. Painting means you make a painting, okay? Writing a story, you make a story. Creative activities is when you make something. Okay. All right. So we'll go back to the video now, everyone. So remember, anyone asks you, what do you like doing in your free time? You say, in my free time, I like. Okay, and then the next word must end in ing. I like playing basketball. I like making food. I like painting pictures. I like reading books. I like cleaning the house. Okay, so the verb must have ing on the end. All right, we're going back to watch more of the video now, everyone.
But just using like can be repetitive and boring. So what other verbs can you use? Well, you could use verbs like love, enjoy, or hate. For example, I love going swimming. I enjoy watching TV. I hate going shopping. Can you see the same pattern? After all of these verbs, you need to use a verb with ing. You can also add words like really, sometimes, or absolutely to make your meaning stronger or weaker. For example, I really like taking photos. Sometimes I enjoy going jogging. I absolutely hate playing football. Now it's your turn.
Okay, now it's your turn, everyone. So again, I'm going to show you the words that are written down. So, as Ollie said in the video, just using like all the time can get boring. Okay, you don't want to use the same word all the time, like. Okay, repetitive just means you keep on repeating something. I like, I like, I like. So instead, you can use verbs like I love playing video games. I enjoy cooking, okay? Or I hate, all right? I hate cleaning my room. So here are examples. I love going swimming. I enjoy watching TV. Or I hate going shopping. Okay. And as it says here, to make it stronger, okay, to intensify the verb, you can use a word like really. I really love going swimming. I really enjoy playing basketball. I absolutely love cooking. So these words here are intensifiers. This word here sometimes means you don't do it all the time. I sometimes go swimming. I sometimes play football. I sometimes like shopping. Means you don't do it all the time. Okay, so everyone, I want you to give me another sentence, but this time using words, okay, from this pattern. I really love doing something. I really enjoy doing something. Or I really hate cleaning my room. Okay, so please use this pattern for your answers this time. Jiaming.
Yes.
Okay, what do you do in your free time?
In my free time, I enjoy watching movie.
I enjoy watching movies. Okay, Nguyen.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, remember you are using words from this pattern, okay, this structure. What do you like doing in your free time, Nguyen?
I enjoy watching TV in my free
Good.
time.
Good. I enjoy watching TV. Good. So everyone, you are not allowed to use the word like this time, okay? I want you to use another verb. Huang Hung,
Yeah.
what do you enjoy doing in your free time?
In my free time, I enjoy going swimming
Good. I
and
enjoy going swimming. Okay. And so remember, everyone, if you use love, okay, it means you really love doing something. You really enjoy doing something. So love is much stronger than like. Okay, Ding Lam, what do you like to do in your free time, Ding Lam?
I'm really like
No,
play
remember you can't use like, Ding Lam, okay? Must use one of the other verbs.
like
Yeah, not like. Don't use like. Please use one of these
like
other verbs like
okay.
love or enjoy. Okay?
Uh uh um hmm,
In your free time, what do you like to do?
uh in my free time I love playing video game and sometimes I enjoy watching TV and
Good.
I
That's good. That's good. Ding Lam. Thank you. That's good. Much better. Kwang,
Yes.
Kwang, your turn. Okay? Using this
Uh,
pattern, what do you like doing in your free time?
I enjoy watching movies.
I enjoy watching movies. Good. Ming Ang,
Yes.
what do you do in your free time, Ming Ang?
In my free time, I love reading books.
Good. I love reading books. Viet Tien,
Yes.
what do you do in your free time?
In my free time, I love listening to music.
Okay. And Ang Hung,
Uh, yes.
what do you do in your free time?
In my free time, I enjoy playing basketball, watching TV, and playing with my pets.
Good. Very good. Is there anything you hate doing, Ang Hung?
Uh, I uh, I hate doing I hate doing reading books.
You hate reading books. Okay. I hate reading books. That's good. Do you hate reading books or do you really hate reading books, Ang Hong?
I hate reading.
Okay, remember, really, if you use the word really, it makes the feeling stronger. So you can say, I like playing video games. I really like playing video games. I love playing video games. I really love playing video games. Each one of those gets stronger. Okay, Viet Tien,
Yes.
can you give me a sentence using the word really, please? Okay, what do you do in your free time?
I really love listening to music.
Good. Ming Ang.
Yes.
This time you have to use the word really in your sentence. What do you do in your free time?
In my free time, I really love reading books.
Good. Kwang.
Yes,
Okay, you have to use the word really in your answer this time. What do you do in your free time, Ming Kwang?
I really hate reading book.
Okay, really hate reading books. Remember, it has to be plural, books. Ding Lam.
Yeah, I'm here.
Have to use the word really in your answer. What do you do in your free time, Ding Lam?
Uh, in my free time, I really love playing video game.
Good. Good. That's good. Huang Hong.
Yes.
Have to use the word really, okay, in your answer. What do you do in your free time, Huang Hong?
In my free time, I really love sleeping.
Okay, good. I really love sleeping. Good. Nguyen. Nguyen, oi.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, have to use the word really in your answer. What do you do in your free time, Nguyen?
Sometimes I enjoy to
Now, I have to use the word really. I hope you are listening to the other people, Nguyen, the other students. In my free time,
in my free time. I really like to reading
I
comic.
really like reading comics. Don't need to use to. Okay? Don't need to use to. All right? Say it again, please, Nguyen. What do you do in your free time?
I really like reading comic.
Good. I really like reading comics. And Jiaming.
In my free time, I really love playing football.
Good. And is there anything you really hate, Jiaming?
I think I really hate reading book.
Okay, I really hate reading books. Okay, good. So everyone, that's good. So remember, you use really, okay, to make it stronger, to make the feeling stronger. I really like something, or I really love something, or I really hate something. Okay. So I'm going to stop that there at the moment because I want us to start looking at a little bit of writing. So I'm just going to introduce you all now because for the last 15 minutes of the lesson, okay, and we're going to look at Ielts writing task 1. Some of you will know this already. But I will start from the beginning because to make sure everyone knows it. Okay, so Ielts writing. So the writing test, the Ielts writing test lasts for how long, Ang Hung?
60 minutes.
Okay, and 60 minutes is the same as what, Ang Hung?
Uh,
60 minutes means what, Ang Hung?
we speak like We have 20 minutes for
No,
just one.
sorry. Yeah, sorry, Ang Hung. So what is 60 minutes the
Uh,
same as? You can say 60 minutes or
1 hour.
correct. Okay, everyone? 60 minutes, okay, and an hour or 1 hour are the same. So the writing test, when you do the Ielts test, and I know you won't be doing this for a long, long time, most of you, okay, but the writing test is 60 minutes long or 1 hour, okay? In the 1 hour, how many tasks do you have to complete? Viet Tien.
There are 2 tasks.
Sorry, Viet Tien?
2 tasks.
Sorry, Viet Tien, I can't hear you.
60 minutes long. There are 2 tasks for
Good,
you
I could
to
hear
do.
you good. Okay, 2 tasks, everyone. Okay, task 1 is a what? What is task 1? Ming Ang?
Task 1 is a report.
Good, and what is task 2?
Task 2 is an essay.
An essay. Good. So task 1 is a report, task 2 is an essay. So I hope you all understand this. For IELTS writing, okay, you have 1 hour or 60 minutes to do 2 tasks. Task 1 is a report, task 2 is an essay. Okay, for task 1, how many minutes should you spend on task 1? Huang?
Can you repeat it? I can't hear.
Yes, how many minutes should
Oh,
you spend on task 1?
30. 30
How
minutes.
many? How many?
Bác nói hướng dẫn mãi
20,
rồi, có 20 phút
20,
thôi.
20,
20, okay,
minutes.
yes.
20. Okay, everyone, please pay attention. Read what is on the screen in front of you. 20 minutes on task 1. How many minutes? How many minutes? Ding Lam on task 2.
Task 2, we should spend 40 minutes.
Correct. 40 minutes on task 2. Okay, and that is because task 2 is worth twice as many marks as task 1. It's also much longer. Okay, so that's why you spend 40 minutes on task 2, only 20 minutes on task 1. Okay, in task 1, how many words should you write? Huang Hong. Huang Hong, oi.
Yes.
Okay, how many words should you write in your task 1 report? How many words?
115.
150. You say 150, okay? At least 150, probably more. Okay, and Nguyen. Nguyen, oi.
Yeah.
Okay, in task 2, how many words should you write?
In task 2, I have to write at least 215 words.
That is right. At least 250 words for task 2, which is an essay. Okay, so in the IELTS test, what sort of language do you need to use? Zhang Ming.
Can you say it again?
Yeah, what sort of language do you need to use in the writing test?
I need to use academic language.
Correct. You need to use academic language, which means formal language. Okay, so that is the sort of vocabulary I will be teaching you over the next few weeks. Academic language or formal language. Okay, so not the same language you would use as a chat to your friends. Okay, Let's look now at task 1. Okay. So in task 1, they will ask you to describe the main points of a diagram, okay, or a chart, or a table, or a map, okay? What does describe mean? Okay, describe. Describe means you have to write about what you can see. When you describe something, you are writing about what you can see. What does describe mean, Ang Hung?
Describe mean like writing about something.
Yes, you can. You can. What was the word I used before? When you describe something, you write about what you can. What?
We can like
what you can see. See. S-E-E. When you describe something, you write about what you can see. Does that make sense, Ang Hung?
Yes.
Okay. When you are describing something, you write about what you are looking at, what you can see. Okay. So, what is a diagram? Okay. This is a diagram. I'll make it a little bit bigger so you can see it clearly. Okay. Diagrams. Okay. What are diagrams? Viet Tien, what is a diagram?
Diagrams are pictures that convey information.
Good. What is another word for convey? Viet Tien, can you give me a synonym?
Contain.
Not contain. Begins with S. S. S-H, Viet Tien. Simple word.
Show.
Yes, show. Okay, convey. So this is the sort of academic language I'm talking about. Show is a very simple word, but convey, which means the same thing, okay, is a more academic formal word. So diagrams are pictures that show information. All right, this is a type of diagram. Okay, it's called a flow chart. This word here, flow chart. And that's because it shows you to do things, how something is done in different steps. Each step flows to another step. And in this case, flow means moves to the next step. So remember, a diagram is a picture that conveys or shows information. And this particular diagram is called a flow chart because it is made up of a number of different steps. This particular diagram, by the way, shows or conveys how bricks are made. So you can see here at the beginning, the digger digs up the clay. Okay, then the clay is taken to the factory. It's made into brick shapes. The bricks are baked in the oven. Then they are dried. Then they are packed. Then they are put into the truck where they are taken to the shop. All right, so this is a diagram that shows the different steps in how to make bricks. And it's called a flow chart, okay, because each process flows or moves to another one. So I hope everyone understands that. Okay, this diagram is called a line chart or a line graph. and it shows or conveys how information changes over time. So this is called, you can see the name here, line chart or line graph. Ming Ang,
Yes.
what does a line chart or line graph show us?
Is the show change over time?
Changes over time or over a period of time, which means the same thing. Okay? So, line chart or line graph. And you can see where the name comes from. These are lines. These are lines of information which change over time. So, let's just look quickly at the sort of information that is contained in this graph. Okay. Kwang.
Yes.
Okay. This graph is about food. What are the 3 different foods in this graph?
There is 3 different food is hamburger, fish and chips and pizza.
Good. Hamburger, fish and chips and pizza. So this graph shows us how the number of hamburgers or fish and chips or pizzas, how many are eaten, has changed over time. Okay, shows how it has changed over time. For example, Ding Lam.
I'm here.
Looking at the graph or
Yeah.
chart, Ding Lam, looking at the graph or chart, okay, how many hamburgers were eaten in 1970?
70 is
19,
zero.
about.
Is zero.
Okay, so you can see here on this side of the graph, which by the way is called the x-axis. So you can see here is 0, here is 100, 200, and so on. So in 1970, about how many hamburgers did people eat?
0 to 100.
No, that's not quite how you read the graph. Okay, you can see here, okay,
Yeah.
I would say looking at this graph, about 20 hamburgers. Okay?
20. Oh,
20. See what I mean? So here is about 20.
I understand.
Here is about 50. Okay. Here is about
Okay.
80. Okay. Here is 100. Does that make sense, Kwang?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Ding Lam.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking at the graph, in 1970, about how many fish and chips were eaten?
Fish and cheese in 1970 is about 80.
Correct. Good. You are reading it correctly. About 80, everyone. So I hope everyone can see. Okay. If this is 100, okay, this is about 80. Huang Hong.
Yes.
In 1975, Huang Hong, how many fish and chips were eaten? How many? 1975.
100.
Correct, 100. Okay, so you're looking at here, and you can see 100 fish and chips were eaten. Nguyen.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, in 1970, how many pizzas were eaten? How
In
many pizzas in
1970.
1970? Yeah.
Can you say
Yeah. How many, looking at the graph, how many pizzas were eaten in 1970?
can you say again? I can hear clearly.
What, you can't see clearly?
No, I can hear your question clearly.
Yeah. How many pizzas were eaten in 1970?
300.
Correct. 300, everyone. Very easy. And last question for this afternoon, Jiaming.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Jiaming?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, Jiaming. What was the most popular food in 1970?
In 1970, the most popular food is pizza.
Correct. Okay, everyone, you can see pizza is the most popular. Okay, there were more pizzas eaten in 1970. And Jiaming, in 1970, what was the least popular food?
Hamburger.
Correct. Okay, so most popular, using the word most, least popular. Okay, so that's the end of the lesson for today, everyone. It's 3 o'clock. Thank you for coming. So next week we will continue on with the language that we use to describe what we do in our free time, and we will also continue with writing task 1, the sort of words that you need to learn for that. Does anyone have any questions before I go? Okay, everyone. Nice to see you all. Hope you all have a great week. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Hope you stay warm. I will see you all again next Sunday. Bye, everyone.
Soon, teacher.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, teacher.